On Friday, October 7th, the Redwood Voice crew began a road trip to Humboldt County to begin their multimedia adventure. The main objective behind our trip being to visit the Morris Graves Art Museum so that Redwood Voice employee Sebastian Monroe could commence the story on the junk art exhibit on display there from October 1st to November 30th. The day began with a foggy road trip down 101 southbound, a journey full of laughter and comedy. Upon arriving in Eureka, the Redwood Voice crew entered Morris Graves to be promptly greeted by the art museum's staff. Everyone began perusing around the building, getting various clips of footage. The museum director, Jemima Har, then greeted the crew, and Sebastian began his interview. Jemima explained the idea of junk art, spelt with a Q-U-E, and what her favorite parts about it were. She went into detail explaining that all the pieces were made entirely of garbage. The only non-recycled materials were the adhesive itself. The junk art exhibit was quite impressive, with many pieces standing out. For example, in the corner of the room on display was a statue of a woman made entirely out of rubbish. The face and hands were made of pieces of dolls to create a flesh tone. After the interview, the Redwood Voice crew continued to get footage of the museum, going upstairs to capture the upper levels and downstairs to record the museum's gift shop. The art museum was once a Carnegie library and had a beautiful 19th century architecture. After our main task at the art museum was completed, everyone was famished. To relieve the burning hunger, the crew went down the block to Paul's Pizza to indulge in some greasy pizza pie. Along the way, Sebastian spotted a unique tag, and I couldn't help but quickly capture the art in all of its magnificence on the way to lunch. It was during this lunch that Sean McLaughlin of Eureka's Axis Humboldt greeted us and invited us down. When Sean wrapped up the interaction with Paul, we went down to Old Town Coffee and Chocolates to get some delicious espresso before driving further south to see our Eureka campus, where Axis Humboldt is located. Pulling into the campus parking lot, we got out and waited for Sebastian, who, when he pulled up, hit the curb with the front of his car, making a dissatisfying crunch. Entering the media building, Matt Knight gave us a welcoming tour and directed our crew to the bathrooms after our long drive. The first room Matt showed us was the studio, where they record television and other video-based content. Within the television studio's walls sat studio cameras, lights, and a green screen. In the back was panels of controls for said studio, as well as a wall of screens showing different feeds. Their technology was impressive, and our Redwood Voice crew was quite jealous. Continuing further, back into the depths of the building, we were shown the KZZH recording studio and introduced to their interns. Out back, there was a wraparound balcony and also a large vault. When the building was originally built, the vault was used to keep CR's money from tuition, but now it serves as Access Humboldt's camera closet, similar to the one we have here at KFUG. We then briefly paused the tour to record KZZH bumpers to go on Redwood Voice Community News, which now plays on 96.7 FM at 6 in the morning. Matt then brought us to the other side of the building to show us the halls of vacant offices. By then the tour was coming to a wrap, and Matt led us back out into the lobby and thanked us for visiting. Returning to the car, we then began to commute to our next stop, Project Mars. Similar to Crescent City's Coastal Connections, Project Mars is a community service which allows youths to attend classes and use technology to fully harness their creative abilities. Mars empowers the youth of Eureka to take up animating or other forms of digital art for free. As Paul interviewed the Mars crew, they explained that Mars is a drop-in service, no membership required. People can come by and engage in classes or simply just hang out and make new friends. During the school year, Mars tends to get larger numbers of students, with sometimes as many as 10 people cramming into the small space. Project Mars is fully grant-funded and a wonderful resource for students in the Eureka and Arcata area. Many of the staff at Mars was interested in the fantasy genre. One of them even has Zelda charms on their keychain. Because of this, members of our Redwood Voice crew really hit it off with the people at Mars. Sebastian even showed them his sister's animation.
Your campaign, right?
Yeah.
Song choice.
That's my sister's character, then there's me, and my friend Max.
That's so cool.
It was just a pet project.
It's great.
Thank you.
You really, captures the vibe of the thing you're trying to capture. Good job.
Everyone left the Mars building happy and excited about their newfound connections in Humboldt County. Leaving the Mars building, we began our next and final stop. We arranged to meet up with Sebastian at the plaza, where we visited the vinyl store, People's Records. There, Paul and Monique purchased vinyl, and Persephone picked up some posters. The Redwood Voice crew then stopped to get frozen yogurt and more coffee, before finally hopping back in the car and heading back north to Crescent City. Overall, the Redwood Voice family road trip, as Persephone called it, was an eventful and memorable Friday. We didn't only get a story, but also lasting connections with many organizations in Humboldt.